What's good? It is your boy Bank. Today we're talking about the differences, or I should say the major differences between NBA 2K22 current gen and NBA 2K22 next gen. But before we do that, I need y'all to spam up that lockdown gang in the comments below, man. I want to see them lockdown emos for your boy. We do got a Discord. Shout out to my man Script, aka the guru of hooking your boy up with the news and the Discord. So I'm gonna get more information on that, how to join. So if you want to join the Lockdown Gang Discord, we'll have more information about you very soon, or how to do that. But I need to see in the comments below, which game are you preferring, 22 or next gen, man? Today it's going to be interesting because today, man, I'm going to break down the differences between the two, the major differences between the two, and why I truly believe that next gen 22, if it functions well and the gameplay is solid and the level reward, it will be a better version than NBA 2K22 on current gen. So without further ado, let's jump into this nice little amazing comparison by my man Polyagio or Polygo or Polyagio. I'm going with Polyagio or Polyagio. So my man Polyagio did an amazing job of breaking down the difference between next gen and current gen. So let's talk about it. The first difference that he got on his chart is the city, the all new city. Shout out to my man OG, man. They don't give my man enough credit, bro. He be talking some gems out here, man. He be talking some big time stuff. And he made a vivid valid point, okay? He talked about NBA 2K21 next gen being the base, the start. You notice that there's a lot of things on NBA 2K21 next gen that you can't utilize. There's a lot of places like jewelry stores, furniture stores, what else? Art stores, whatever the case may be, that you can't utilize. But y'all know when Mike Wayne and them talked about the city is going to be more brought to life, right? And that we're going to be getting more things. My man OG did some digging, man, and he saw some of the places that possibly may be in 2K22 next gen. I don't think the city's going to get a crazy overhaul. I think it's going to get some changes, some slight changes to the aesthetics, but I think they're going to make these buildings and make these things that you can't go into available to go into. We've been talking about it. The city is going to be like the new GTA for NBA 2K, where you can buy furniture for your crib, where you can go and record if you want to do the recording artist thing, because you will have the opportunity to be recording artists, man. So shout out to my man OG for pointing that out. And that's a big difference. That is a huge difference that next gen has over current gen, because it's changing the landscape of how we play NBA 2K22, whether it's on next gen or current gen. As you can see from my man Polyagio, it shows that current gen is not getting the city. There's not going to be a city for current gen. The next difference is the My Career city-based story, where your career is based off things that you get involved with in the city. They talked about quest system. They talked about things that you got to do and complete certain quests. Maybe that's going to be a way to level up your player as well, and you can unlock certain things, certain maybe attributes, certain dribble moves. Maybe you have to go link up with Luka NPC or LeBron. You're going to start seeing more rappers, start seeing more NBA players, and then 2K can constantly update these NPCs. I swear, I'm telling y'all, man, 2K can be like a damn near basketball version of Fortnite, dog. Like, no cap. They could be a basketball version of Fortnite. You know how Fortnite got the game, but then intermingle in the game, you can go and connect with NPCs to get weapons, to get certain things, to complete certain tasks, to complete certain missions. NBA 2K, I'm telling y'all, it would change the landscape of the game if that's really what we're doing, because now it's bigger than basketball. You can constantly update this. You can constantly fine tune this. You can constantly add content throughout the whole year, where the game did not get stagnant. And that is something that current gen does not have. Where we go down to the next one is the neighborhood. The current gen is going to have the same specific neighborhood. And this is cool if you just want to get games and you plan on a location, you're playing on a cruise ship, which will be dope. And I think they wanted to give them something that's going to keep them, entertained, because if you would have gave them the same 2K Beach, people would have got bored, got tired, and got upset. So giving them something new, but with the same elements that you've been doing for the past 3 to 4 years, I think that 2K people on current gen will have fun. We'll have a solid game, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a linear approach. You play the game, you're doing a lot of things on the court, you're just hooping. So if you just want to hoop, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a dope aspect. It's what you are familiar with, and it's cool. But another thing that current gen is getting that next gen is not getting is the traditional story. So on current gen, there's going to be a storyline. There's going to be that linear storyline where you got to, make decisions and you go through your career. I don't know if they're going to be adding in, it's the World Cup this year, and Luka is from European. He's from a different country. So would they be adding FIBA? Can you come to the league coming from FIBA as a international player? That'll be fire if that is the traditional story. I don't know what it's going to look like, but if they put that in there where you can come from an international FIBA and then transition into the league, that'd be a new storyline. And hey, I ain't gonna hold you, that'd be cool. That next gen don't get. I mean, that current gen get, that next gen don't get, and that will be super duper fire. Now, with these next few categories, you're seeing that both games are getting similar things, especially when it comes to the gameplay aspect of it. Now, I think that both games are going to be functionally somewhat similar. I know that current gen is going to have some limitations with the power capability, but it's still going to be functional. I think they're going to make some improvements on the defense and on the offense and to the dribbling system. I don't know if it's going to be a complete overhaul, because we know 2K have capped to us before, but I think that the control schematics will be somewhat similar for both games. I think next gen, with the more resources, with the more newer hardware, it's going to be able to do a little bit more than current gen, like foot planning. We don't have foot planning in current gen, but we do have that in next gen to a degree, right? So there's going to be some things that don't carry over, making me believe that next gen, like I said, if they make these changes that they're saying that enhances the defense and the offense, next gen is a better game, in my opinion. It's going to be the better game, and I'm gonna sum that up at the end, but I want to tell you the differences, right? I think when it comes to seasons, this is the new way to level up your player. The old days of rookie, pro, all-star, superstar, elite, and legend are gone. I think there are no more. I think the way you level up now is going to be a whole new system, because in next gen, you're not even bringing back Rookieville. Why wouldn't you bring back Rookieville if you start at rookie? That doesn't make sense to me, right? Yes, it does, because that lets me know that 2K is getting away from this whole this whole rep system model of grinding the legend and the game ends. Mike Wayne even said this is a new way to earn rewards and level up. So the rewards can constantly change throughout the year. So maybe they do a 3-month cycle, and they're just finally getting on board with every other game that's out right now, like the Fortnites, the Call of Duties, hell, Halo even doing a season, Apex got a season. Damn near every game has a season. So if 2K didn't jump on board, they'll be falling behind. So you want to make sure that you have a season aspect of getting rewards to keep the game going and keep the game refreshing. So both games are getting that. Another thing that both games are getting is the My Team draft. So those are kind of core, the similar things they're going to be able to do and function the same way, as far as like the My Team drafting your NBA team and then going out there and getting games in and so forth and so forth. But here, where's the meat and potatoes and some of the big issues, or not issues, but big differences, I should say, that next gen is going to be getting that current gen is going to be missing out of. Number one, matchmaking. Matchmaking is going to be key to allow us to have different ways to play NBA 2K22 on the next gen consoles. On current gen, you're not getting matchmaking. You at the disposal and the discrepancy of going to the cruise ship and hoping that your ship is popping and playing against maybe the same people, different people, who knows, but being at the mercy of waiting on the got next spot, where on next gen you have the ability to just jump into a game and get a game going quick, fast, in a hurry. This helps people who got jobs, and it helps them get into games without having to wait, right? So the wait factor is going to be minimized when it comes to next gen over current gen. Hidden talents, some more additional things, like my man OG said, there's going to be ways to get like the record companies and things like that. Those are already invested or embedded in the city right now. We just haven't been able to tap into it. I think 2K is going to be able to unlock those, where we can able to do those things that we can do. So another feature that current gen is not getting, that next gen getting. And this new thing now with the personal hub and home base, it's supposed to be like the new version of your crib, I'm assuming. We still don't know what it means, but this is kind of interesting that there's no My Court that talks about that for current gen. Did they get rid of My Court for current gen? That'd be tough if they got rid of My Court for current gen, because where would they go to practice? Where would they go to work on their game? Whereas next gen, they're going to have a My Hub, and they're going to continue to improve on that and build on that as they progress throughout the city, throughout their story, and throughout their journey in the city and in the NBA. So now that you see the major core differences in the game from next gen to current gen, let me tell you why I truly believe next gen would be the better game. One of the biggest reasons why I truly believe that next gen would be the better game, like I said, if it functions and if it works, is because of the feature sets. If everything works how it's supposed to work and the game functions extremely well, and it's a balanced game with a great builder like I talked about in my prior video, next gen would be the best 2K ever made. There's never been a game that has this many features in the game in sports history. You talking about the W mode, you talking about the park, the not the neighborhood, but the park. You talking about a new My Hub, a new My Court per se. You talking about matchmaking, you talking about Pro-Am, you talking about potentially Rec Center, you talking about My Team, you talking about a way to grind your player for My Career. You talking about just the list is endless. It's endless. You get what I'm saying? And so this creates different and many more experiences and possibilities to create content and so forth. All the game has to do is function, and it has to be balanced, and it has to work. If they're really trying to make a game skill-based, this game can be probably one of the best games ever made. Why do I pick next gen over current gen? I'm gonna tell you why. Current gen has some good things to it, but what I can see happening with current gen is the linear effect of the constant same thing. Get on a cruise ship, play games, get off, do the same thing. Get on a cruise ship, play games, get off, do the same thing. I don't know if they're gonna have a Rec. I don't know if they're gonna have a Pro-Am. I don't know if they took that out. I have no freaking idea. There's a lot of unanswered questions that we don't know. But when it comes to just playing the game one way, right, there's not going to be a lot of other options. You're at the disposal of going to the cruise ship and playing games that way. I'm sure they're probably going to bring back the Rec and Pro-Am, and so you can play those 3 ways. On My Team, those would be the 4 ways you can play. Whereas next gen, we have Quest. We have ability to rep up our players. Now, I don't know if it's going to be cool or corny, but we have the ability to rep up through quests. We have the ability to grind through seasons. We have the ability to play the W. We have the ability to play My Career. We got the ability to play at the park. We got the ability to do matchmaking, My Team. The possibilities are endless, and that creates more content. I think getting both games is going to be great for content creators in general, because you can create more content. But the best game, in my opinion, the major differences is the feature sets that next gen is going to be getting that current gen is not. And so if you really want to get a game and you only can get one, get next gen if you can. Or if you can't get the one or the other, save your money and get the cross gen. Play on current gen until you're able to upgrade to next gen. Trust me, next gen is going to be the better game if it functions and it works. It's your boy Bake. Live life stressless, you rock, one of the best. Without God, my life would be a mess, man. I hope you enjoyed this video on the differences, the major differences between next gen 22 and current gen 22. You let me know, which game are you leaning more after learning more differences about NBA 2K22. It's your boy Beck. Have faith, hope, and love. Live life stressless, rocking one of the best. Without God, my life would be a mess. I'll see y'all tomorrow or today. You feel me? Peace.